Do you feel like a relationship is more about building stage, or you should already be built before you get in a relationship?
I feel like it's for the building stage. I feel like a relationship is the opportunity to get to know someone and truly learn them and learn the things that make them that person. And you're learning and you're figuring out if you want to love that person.
Right.
I feel like leading up to that, we'll call it the talking stage or whatever, you're figuring out that there's the initial interest. And then through that initial interest, it's okay, I want to pursue something to see what this could possibly be in the end. And then, in my opinion, the dating stage is that opportunity to build that foundation. And then
Hmm.
once that foundation is built, then you go into the next stage, which is that marriage stage. But to me, I don't feel like that foundation needs to be set in order to date because that's at that point, what's preventing you from being married?
Right.
If the foundation's set, if everything's good, you feel confident about it, you both say you love each other, you want to spend the rest of your lives together, go ahead and put a ring on it. But I feel like if you are learning and that foundation is still being built, that's what this time is for. That's what the dating period is all about, in my opinion.
So do you feel like dating and relationship they intersect? Because some people think it's dating and then it's a relationship. So you feel like dating and relationship is more of the same thing? Because some people think like dating would be the time where you getting to know, you going out on dates, you go on the top golf, Dave Buster's, you asking the tough questions, and then you get into then you get into a relationship.
When you're in a relationship, do those things stop?
No, they don't.
So I think that's your answer. I think dating and relationships are the same thing.
But
I,
does that ever stop though?
that's a good
Even
point.
when you get
That's a
married,
good
you
point.
still coming to the point of a life where you might your partner might have lost their job or something like that, or some things your partner start acting a certain way as you haven't really seen before, and they say, "Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. During this time when I was a kid, this and this happened. So every time this July comes, this I start acting like this. You
Mhm.
know, it's some things that happen, and it's going to keep on happening when you with somebody for a long period of time. So those tough questions in those situations never going to stop happening.
So you feel like if you're in a relationship and we'll say boyfriend girlfriend,
Hmm.
if someone's asked somebody, "Are y'all dating?" You say, "No, I'm in a relationship."
Yeah, I feel like dating and a
I
relationship
can
are
see
two
that.
different
I can
things.
see that. I can see that. I can see that.
I feel like you said, okay, you got the talking stage where you just y'all might just got each other's number and y'all
Yeah,
flirting and X, Y, and Z, and then y'all start to say like maybe we should start dating. I feel like some people think different though. I feel like dating is its own little thing that's more intimate than anything that was prior to that, and I feel like relationship is another step that's more intimate, and then you could so on and so on. But I feel like when you get into a relationship, you should already have a lot of structure between the two of y'all, where to the point of like there is some type of intimacy in with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
so if you are in a relationship, the you believe the foundation is already should be set,
Yes.
and you believe that at that point you know what you both want,
Hmm.
and that's it. See
I
the
feel like yeah. So with the relationship, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no no no.
But with like a relationship, we know the foundation, we know the goals that we have set, whether it be marriage, whatever the case may be, small goals, big goals, and we're gonna work towards those goals
That's a
in the
relationship to
relationship.
you,
Yes.
but you both have made up your mind that you're the person I want to be with right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see that as a relationship, but not dating.
Yes. Yes. I feel like relationship is very much more foundational than
Yeah,
dating. Dating is a little more loosely. Like some people think dating you can date multiple people.
that is
Some
true.
people,
That is true.
not me personally, but some people that's how people think. Me
Yeah,
personally, I think dating you still one on one with the person, you getting to know them a little more. You asking them questions, you seeing what their mindset is, da 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 da. And once you feel like y'all intervene with each other, you feel like things are working out to the best, you feel like you ready to take that next step to this person to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, then that's when you get to a relationship. and you have that foundation that is set, and now it's time to work into the next set, which will eventually be marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can actually see that. I can actually see that. I can see that being a thing. The thing you got me, the part you got me on was when you said like it never stops. Like even after the marriage, like
Right.
you still go out on dates, you still having
Yeah.
those conversations. But the relationship aspect is what makes it a different type of feel. Like you're not just doing this for the fun of it or
Yeah.
just because you're bored.
Yeah.
You're really trying to build towards something.
And
So, go ahead, go ahead.
I feel like that's where a lot of like marriages and things of that nature, relationships, they fall short because after a period of time they start seeking each other.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So when you first start dating, that's the best part. You go on to different attractions, amusement parks, whatever the case may be. You finding out more about the person you interested in, things like that. And then you get in a relationship, you could have that same little spark. And then marriage, it could be 10 years down the road where it's just like things then hit a flat line. You like
mm-hmm.
wondering why. Well, we gotta still feel young about our love. You know what I'm saying? Even when we get old, we can still go out and do things. It may not be an amusement park. We maybe get a little old, might not want to go. Let's go to a cruise. Let's go to the beach. Let's sit on the
Yeah,
beach. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's keep the spark alive. You gotta find
yeah.
different ways to keep the spark alive that interests your partner. You know what I'm saying? So things just won't hit a flat line. You know what
Do
I'm
you
saying?
think though, at the same time with love, you don't need all of that fancy stuff?
No, you
Cause I
don't.
feel like with love, you could just be sitting in a space and you ain't gotta say nothing for real.
Mm-mm.
You could just be there.
Yeah. I mean, you can be have a day like, okay, we both off on Wednesdays. Let's just have a day to ourselves where we sit there and just binge watch something. It ain't gotta be nothing too fancy. Or we can just sit there and just have a good conversation.
Yeah,
Let's talk about how your week been so far. Or what's things that I can do better to make sure that you feel good. What's things that I feel like you can do better to make sure I feel good. We can work this thing out to make sure that our relationship is what it's
yeah,
supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It
yeah,
doesn't all have to be material things, or it doesn't have to be something like so extravagant. It can be the small things, just like throughout the middle, talk throughout the middle of the week about how could we be our best selves by the end of the week.
yeah,
It's little things like that, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, that can keep the relationship going and keep it striving to the right direction because it's never going to end. Of course, you in a marriage, you do you blessed to walk in matrimony with somebody, and then you gonna go through life. You let's say you get married at the age of 30, you still got Laura willing 60 something years together. There's gonna be a lot of life that happens. People gonna pass away. Situations gonna happen upon our lives where it's gonna be new to us.
yeah,
It's gonna be new to your partner. So you have to figure out ways to make sure that this thing that we have built is so foundational that whatever happened in this world can't knock that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be sacrifices from both ends to make sure that you know comes true. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Nah, yeah, I see that. I see that a lot, especially when it comes to being in that relationship. You got to be in the mindset. Well, that would kind of go against the mindset of date to marry, because dating would be skipping a step if you date to marry.
Yeah,
Do you agree with that? Like dating to marry?
I get in a relationship to marry. I'm not dating. I'm not dating to marry. I mean, I'm dating to eventually get into a relationship. You know what I'm saying? When I get into a relationship, of course, that's when I start to. That's when I want to eventually put a ring on it. Put a
Mm-hmm.
ring on it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But dating, nah. I'm dating to figure out, do I want to eventually be in a relationship with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once I get to that step, then I really want to, marry you.
Yeah. And I think that's a fair take to have, to be honest, because when it comes to love and stuff, sometimes people can kind of like overcomplicate it,
Hmm.
but it's really simple. If you just enjoy the person, enjoy being around them, and you constantly want that, then that's probably love. It's probably
Definitely.
something that you are yearning for, but
Right.
instead
Right.
of
Right.
yearning for it in multiple, you're yearning for it in one. So it's a natural feeling to have to want that relationship and to having your mindset and have a mutual understanding of, okay, I'm, I'm yours in this moment, you're mine. We're not talking to anybody else. We're not doing nothing else for
Hmm.
nobody. But we both have this strong feeling for each other, and we want to see where this thing can go. So it's building towards that, and it's getting to the point of, okay, I know for sure this is what I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
And I think that's where um, that relationship foundation piece comes in. You
Yeah.
do all that, you do all those things to know, like, if I shout it out in my mind, this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah. I feel like having that foundation is so important because a lot of people jump into things too quickly, where it
Yeah,
could
they
be the
do.
point
They
where
do.
we don't have this foundation, and when things happen, real life situations happen in
Hmm.
life that can knock us off, it will eventually knock us off because
Yeah.
things are gonna happen. Like I said earlier, the things are gonna happen. So how could you be so strong in your relationship to the point where nothing will knock y'all off, y'all pivot? And that's the one thing I love about love is the foundation part. But it's important that love is foundational because just to make sure nothing in this world will knock it off. Because real love, I really believe that real love lasts forever.
Yeah.
Because we're a product of our parents' love, and our parents are a product of our grandparents' love.
Hmm.
So once we get married and have kids and etc., they're gonna be a product of our love. It's gonna keep on continuing. So that's why I feel like real love is so important. That foundation is so important that
Yeah.
nothing knocks it off. So you can be a living testament to how beautiful love can be through your kids
Yeah.
and see how love and affected your parents and your grandparents and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. That's true, man. Because when you are with somebody and you know in your mind, like, this is what you, everything you wanted in life when it comes to being like in a relationship with a partner, it's really like not a lot of things that are better than that,
It's not.
than having the opportunity to just really grow and laugh and be your true authentic self with somebody, and building that foundation, having a foundation. Then on top of that foundation, you just keep elevating and growing yourself
Yeah,
and the people that the Lord has blessed you with when it comes to like children and families and that sort of thing. It's really a beautiful picture. It's
yeah,
really a beautiful thing. And it all starts with that initial understanding, even before you even think about marriage, of like, I'm gonna put my energy and my effort into this one person
right.
instead of like doing this, that, and that, a little bit of everything. Like, this is the person I want to at least attempt
Yeah,
to spend the rest of my life with and make lifelong, lasting memories with.
yeah,
And that's where that true love piece comes in. And I think you realize that sooner than people really think, for real.
yeah, definitely. And it's a beautiful thing to go through that with somebody that's it's like, okay, you're a human. You're gonna
Hmm.
go through things in life that's unexpected. I'm human. I'm gonna go through things in life that's unexpected. But the love we got for each other, two is better than one. That's what the Bible say.
Yeah,
We are able to get through this together, and in that moment, it's like nothing beats that. At that point, like
yeah,
I can't imagine myself going through things in my life by myself. Only thing I can really imagine like me having a wife and the kids and all that, and still going through the process of life, also having that love to lean back on while I'm going through it. It's like make things 10 times easier going through that process.
yeah.
And
Nah.
you feel like you see any other benefits when it comes to love? It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be any type of love.
I mean, you have that sense of security
Yeah.
and knowing that I can go to that person, because if you claim to love, you claim to have their best interests.
Right.
Whether that means giving them the truth in a good way or truth in a bad way that, you know, exhibits or mirrors what they need in that moment. So like, if I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, I need someone who loves me to tell me like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Like,
Right.
that's not what you are supposed to be in right now. So like, let's try it this way. So I think like this the opportunity to have someone who is authentic and genuine and truthful.
Hmm.
I think that goes a long way. 'Cause a lot of people just want to do, they want you to hear the
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
and they don't want you to hear the bad,
Right.
because they don't want to really get in the trenches with you, like people who love you.
Yeah. It's important.
So yeah, like people who are in the trenches with you that love you, they'll be with you through thick and thin, and they're not gonna leave, even if you're not at your best in that moment.
Definitely.
Like, they still gonna be right there.
You find it hard sometimes to tell the person what they really need to hear in that moment. When you do love them, it could be like, for example, your friend, you look like he's spiraling, right? He's drinking,
Hmm.
doing all the wrong things. You try to get him to steer to the right path. You find it hard sometimes to make sure that you say the right thing, because sometimes when you say the right thing and they don't want to hear it, and now it's no
Yeah,
longer a friendship. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Unfortunately,
I mean, nah. I think if you really care for somebody, and let's keep it like you were saying, with like someone's drinking and smoking and doing all whatever they want to do. At that point, you're not caring for the person; you're caring for their soul.
right, right, right.
So it's like you love them enough to know that this is not the life, this is not the path you want
Yeah,
to go down. And I love you enough to tell you that. And I'm like, I want you to change. I want you to do something about that, because God is greater than our physical bodies. We
definitely.
all have a soul, and at the end of the day, that soul, you gotta nurture it. You gotta take care of it.
Hmm.
If I see you not doing that, you need to be told that. And in the moment, it could be hard because it's like, okay, I might lose this friendship, but at that point, you lost it in a good way, because at least you didn't say that you lost this person because you were fake or you were a phony, but you just gave them the honest truth and love. And if they didn't receive it, that's just on them. But that shouldn't be a barrier for people. It is, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't be, because at the end of the day, we all should be here to support and encourage each other to be the best that we can be.
Do you feel like, I ask you this? How do you know when you do love somebody?
How do you know?
Yeah, I
That's
feel like it's a
a
fluid
tough one.
question
Yeah.
because some people figure out they love some, like, okay, I know I love you because of X, Y, and Z. Some people may have some different reasons, but let me hear what you got to say.
I think when you know you love somebody, that things they do that bother you, they still get to you,
Hmm.
but it doesn't linger.
Right,
I think when you love, it's easier to forgive. It's easier to have tough conversations. It's easier to listen.
right.
It's easier to understand where that person is coming from, because at the end of the day, you want to stay in good graces with that person.
Yeah,
And I think that's something that comes with loving somebody, knowing that at the end of the day, like that's your person, not just in a relationship, like that's just someone that you know that you care for and that cares about you. And so like you have the opportunity to have open, authentic conversations, so that people, know your intention and vice versa. So
yeah,
I think that would be my take on that. Like for you, do you think that you can lose or not love someone after loving them initially?
yeah. I feel like you can eventually grow out of loving somebody.
Yeah,
Uh, like, people do change,
yeah,
life do happen, and the person that you initially love is not the person that 10 years later, or even don't get me that long, but
yeah,
set out to be. A lot of people lose their foundation personally, their own foundation when it comes to life. Um, and that's something that I always make sure that I keep as my foundation, who I am as a person.
hmm,
Life is going to throw its curveballs, but who I am as a person is never going to change. I'm going to
yeah,
grow, of course. Things are going to change for me to be a better person, but who I am, personality wise, and things like that, that's not going to change. So a lot of people, a lot of stuff, a lot of people go through things in life and they change foundation. They change their foundation. They could have somebody that they lost, and now they're drinking, or they have some people something that happened to them, and now they're acting out of sorts of how they usually act, and that
yeah,
became who they are as a person. And some people just fall out of love of that. And I can
yeah,
see I can see that happening for sure.
yeah,
It's a hard thing to go through, of course, because once you love somebody, it's like, damn, okay. And then once you see them changing, it's like you
yeah,
try to make sure that they steer to the right path, like you said, having hard conversations and
yeah.
things of that nature, and it's not working. It's like, okay, I'm kind of losing you right now and losing the love that I have for you. You know what I'm saying?
I think that it's two different types of love. Like Bible tells us we need to love everybody,
Right.
and so I think that love doesn't go away.
Nah.
I think, you know, in you should always have some type of love for people, even if you know them or not. You
Yep.
gotta love people regardless of if they're strangers, if they're homeless, if they're sick, if they're your brother, your mother. Like, it don't really matter.
Right.
We're called to love everybody, but in a intimate setting, like, it is possible that people change, and the person you thought they were, they ended up being somebody completely different.
Yeah.
So that's why you really gotta be careful when you tell someone that you love them, because you don't want to go back on your word and be like,
Definitely.
hey, I thought I did, but
Yeah.
now it's like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to. That's just like, you don't want to have that conversation. You don't want to feel that. You don't want
Mhm.
them to feel that either. Like, you don't want to tell somebody you love them. They're like, dang, oh, actually, I'm good. But like, you got to be able to, like, you got to know that
Right.
you really rock with that person, that you love them, because you don't want to have that conversation with somebody. So I
Yeah.
think it is possible if you go about it the wrong way. Like, if
Yeah.
you told somebody you love them 2 weeks into just knowing them, then, like, yeah, you did that the wrong way. But
Yeah.
I think once you, like, know that person, the in and out of all that makes up them, I think once you make up your mind you love, like, they ain't no going back for real.
Yeah. And to love a person, relationship wise, it's a journey. It's not nothing that can happen
Yeah,
overnight. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? This person had a life before you. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? They've been through stuff as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult
yeah,
that has affected them into whatever standard that affected them. You have done the same thing. You had a life, so you have to have a lot of empathy for a person when you start to love them,
yeah,
and know that, okay, maybe they went through this as a child, so when this situation happens as an adult, I may make sure that I'm being a little more empathetic. I'm not, being such a more aggressive than I should be, or things of that nature. Because love is a touchy thing. It's a very
yeah,
strong thing.
yeah. It is.
It's a unique thing for real, because it can be something that's so fragile, but at the same time so strong. You know.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. It's delicate.
Yeah, delicate. That's a
Yeah,
good way of
and
putting it. Very delicate.
it's a gentle feeling,
Yeah,
but it's a strong feeling at the same time.
definitely,
And I think once you realize that with that person, it's gonna be a beautiful picture. It's
definitely.
a beautiful picture for
I
sure.
feel like people have to give more grace
Hmm.
nowadays, because life is heavy,
Yeah,
and people go through things behind closed doors that they might not even say to you.
yeah,
And for the person that loves that person that might be going through something behind a closed door, it might take a little more longer for that person to tell you, but
hmm,
eventually it will happen because the love y'all got for each other.
yeah,
So have a little grace when it comes to being in a relationship,
yeah.
marriage, whatever the case may be.
Gotta let love do its thing.
Gotta let love play its course, man.
Yeah, it
You
got
can't
to.
you can't move too quick. You gotta let it play its course. Be patient when it comes to love. You
Yeah,
can't have love and not have patience. You know what
two
I'm
go
saying?
hand in hand.
They go hand in hand. It's a part of love. Love, patience is a part of love.
Yeah,
Forgiveness is a part of love.
exactly,
You
exactly.
can't. Your girl walked through the door, man, with an attitude and all that. That doesn't mean you should break up with her
Hmm.
or divorce her. You know what I'm saying? Talk to her. See where it's come. Where's it stemming from? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Have that tough conversation where it's stemming from, and see how things can play out where that doesn't happen, or where we can control that manner a little
yeah,
better than we did before. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
little things like that can go a long way in a relationship. You kill that bug now, 10 years down the road, it ain't gonna be happening no more.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't kill it now, 10 years down the road, it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
exactly
saying?
true. That's true, man.